Blog Talk Radio.
What's going on, everybody? You're listening to Soop Radio, home at DealSoop.com, best business blog in the world for young adults. First and foremost, I want to say happy holidays to everyone. Today is Christmas. Hope you guys are cuddled up and enjoy your families, enjoying the meals, enjoying the presents, and most importantly, really enjoying each other. And on today's show, I'm very excited to discuss, to speak to this man. It goes by the name of Toon. He has a Facebook group that has over 7,000 members. He's going to be talking about YBETV and how he started that, and about entrepreneurship, and about several topics. He's really gaining a lot of momentum with his videos, and so much wisdom. And it's a pleasure to really have this person on the show. I also want to encourage everyone to right now log on to DealSoop.com, check that out, and also to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because that will be this interview will be on there shortly. So go ahead, check that out. The YouTube channel is DealSoop. So let me get him online. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to talk about securing your kid's future, YBETV, changing your environment, and a little bit about his story. So let me get him online. Hello, Tom.
Yo, yeah, I'm here.
What's going on? You're live on there, man.
What's going on, bro? What's going on, man?
First of all, how you doing this morning? How your kids doing? How your family doing?
Everybody doing great, man. We enjoyed our holiday. We had fun. That's pretty much it, bro.
That's real good. Well, man, I've been looking forward to this. I've actually never been so excited to speak to someone, because I know the wisdom and your story is very inspiring, and I know a lot of people will be able to feed off of it. So first and foremost, thank you for calling in and speaking to us, man. I greatly appreciate it, bro.
Oh, no problem, man, no problem.
All right, let's talk about what you're doing, the group, man. We need you to really to start off. What is the group YBETV? It has over 7,000 subscribers or 7,000 members. Talk about how you started that. We started off that way. What is YBETV?
Basically, YBETV is Young Black Entrepreneur Television. And the reason that I started that off is because I came past a really tough question, pretty much. It's going to be about 5 minutes, so just let me go and get through it, bro. I came past
All right, we got about 26 minutes, man. You good.
Oh, okay, cool. I came past a real tough question. And one of my friends of another race asked me, bro, he was like, bro, why is it so hard for black people? And I was like, damn, that's a good question. So I beat myself up about it a lot, and I came up with an answer. And it's information. The reason that we have it so hard is because we don't have information. So that surfaced another question. Why don't we have this information? And I beat myself up again about it, and I beat myself up again, and I came up with an answer. It goes all the way back. Now, this is going to be kind of a touchy situation, so I'm going to do it real nicely. First thing is, me and we got to realize there's a lot of cultures out here, but we got to realize one thing about one culture, and that's us, is that slavery happened. It existed. We're not blaming nobody right now for it, but it did happen. And with slavery, some other things surfaced from it. Okay, now, I'm going to tell a short story, and I'm going to play the slave in the story. I'm Toon the slave now. Now, back in the day, you got Toon the slave. I pick cotton. I work on a plantation. I was split away from my family. Okay, that's a given.
Right.
So Toon the slave, one day my master come to me and say, hey, Toon, come here. I'm like, what's up? He said, hey, Toon, you're free. Me, I don't know what free is. The first thing I'm going to say, free. So he's saying my work ethic is so bad that you just going to give me away? He like, no, I ain't talking about that type of free. But I mean free is Go on, be with your family, find your family. You on your own. Go on. I don't own you no more. Go. So I'm like, okay. Now, let's go back to the course of when I was a slave. When I was a slave, it was businesses being started. The world was being established. Credit bureaus was being started. I don't even know how to read or write. I don't even know what free means. I'm still trying to wrap that around my head. I don't know what it is. So at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, so now I go out and I finally get the concept of that, and I start to reproduce. I found a lady. We had some kids. We don't know how to be a family. We were stripped from our family, so we don't even know how to correctly be a family. But my job is to teach the kids how the world works. I don't know how to be a family. I don't know. So my level of ignorance is passed on to my kids. And then generation and generation and generation later, you got us. We still don't know. Now, with that being said, I would like to just do one more thing real quick. I just want to prove something. If we took $3,000, me and you, and went to Chicago,
right,
and you passed out $1 every time you got the right answer, and I passed out $100 every time I got the right answer, I bet you would run out of money before me. Now, look, let me just paint this.
Mm-hmm.
You asked the question, hey, sir, I need you in between the ages of 15 and 30. You asked him, I need you to tell me say the Pledge of Allegiance. And you're going to probably be giving out dollars left and right. I'm going to ride up on people, and I'm going to say, tell me what's the 3 credit bureaus. If lucky, I'll probably give out $500 to $900. See, the thing is that in America, we didn't get the information, and nobody looked back to say, you know what, the world was established while they were slaves. Credit bureaus were started, business was started. And then, then the Jim Crow law came and all those things, and it stopped us from growing like we could have been growing. So now you stuck with a bunch of people who don't know that they don't know, and I was one of them, and I overcame it, and I'm trying to help everybody else. That's YBETV.
Wow, that's an amazing story right there. We got about 22 minutes. We got so much that we need to cover. I know that we're going to do another show already. I can already tell we're going to do another show. But let's briefly talk about some things. Now, I've been talking to you like hours, the first time that we first, start chopping it up. And, I kind of shared my idea of having you on the show and kind of sharing a little bit what I was doing, being part of dealsuit.com and everything. And, we're a business blog, right? And I was talking to you, and you have like a background that a lot of people who are inspiring to working for themselves can really relate to. Can you share a little bit of history on your entrepreneurial mindset on things? Because you didn't even realize it was entrepreneurship, right? At first, just something you were doing. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Pretty much. My background pretty much, I came from the street. You know what I'm saying? I hustled. I sold coke. I sold weed before. Shout out to Vulture City. Shout out to G-Town. You already know, low end. And I always wanted to be my own boss. I ain't want to hustle for nobody. And it kind of spilled over into the business sense. And when I got into business, I got to a point where I think flaws in the way some people was running their businesses. And I'm like, you know what? If I could see their flaws, I could correct my own, and I could make myself successful. So I always stayed busy. I hated downtime. I got to be doing something. I lost my job. I went and got in school for psychology. I went to school for carpentry. I learned welding. I learned to build computers. I started my own computer business. I had my own side exterminate business. I love technology. I love to learn. I talk to a lot of different people. I just love to learn, and that's pretty much it. And I learned to make money off of the things that I know. That's pretty much.
Mm-hmm. So what's the philosophy and what's the mentality that people who want to be their own boss should take on, that you took on, that helped you?
Pretty much the philosophy you should take is, I'm trying to think of something fly to say. Like, to be a boss, you got to think outside the box. You can't tell nobody what you can't do. You're going to have negative friends. You're going to have negative people around you. Don't ever say your plan into somebody who always negative, because they will discourage you so bad. Talk to people who winning in life and what they want to do, and talk to them about it. Now, I'm not downing negative people, because y'all probably been through some things, and that's what made y'all kind of cynic, which sometimes I be cynic about stuff that I've been through, which is normal human nature. But the only thing is, you don't need that type of energy when you're trying to do something. Go to somebody else. Go to somebody else who's positive all the time and get that energy, and it will give you the confidence to do what you want to do. Hell, look at me. I'm on the radio station, and I see it's full, too. It's full. And I'm talking in front of people, and sometimes I get nervous in front of crowds. Listen to me. Do it. Do it. Remotivate yourself.
Yeah. So I saw one of your videos on about how people can make, no less than $1,500 doing CDL, doing truck driving. Could you talk about your business that you do regarding the truck driving thing? We got about 18 minutes. Touch on that. Okay. I want to touch on things too for people listening.
Oh yeah, man, I'm loving it. I'm loving it, bro. Yeah, the CDL thing, man, it's a gold mine. Anybody who aspiring to be a truck driver to go into it, like, when you first start out, you can start out in between, like, just learning it 20, 30, 40, 50,000. And the more you learn, the more you soak this stuff up, the more money in it. Bro, I know a guy. I ran into this guy at the TA. This was the most paid guy I knew. He had 2 trucks, just 2. He was like, man, well, my company, my 2 trucks that I run on the side, plus is on, well, you might as well say 3, 3. This dude made like $3 million a year. His business grows $3 million a year off 3 trucks, and he was a heavy hauler. I was addicted. It was like porn to me. I could not stop watching success stories in it and wanting the money. And I got myself up to a point, I think my max in 1 year when I was working with a company called SLT, my gross for the year with 1 truck was like $348,000. I cannot make this up. That's before expenses, y'all. I ain't trying to be fun. That's before expenses. But I did good that year. I did real good that year. So go for it. Money in it.
So really, you just you was in it. You was inspired, and you needed something to motivate you. Because did you even know anyone that was into the type of business you was in?
What actually happened is I ended up I came out the extermination field. I was an exterminator. Everybody would know me. I was an exterminator for like 5 years. And
let me touch this real quick, because I know that we got to cover so many points, man. But this is very important to me. Is you utilize all of the experience that you had, and you put it all into one spot, because people don't know, like, every job, despite if it's good or bad, it can always be utilized as experience. It's something that you can take and apply to your life, whether you working at McDonald's or you working on cars, whether you working in the hospitality area, whether you working for any hotel, motel, utilize all of your resources and all of your job experience to the best of your ability. There's always something that you can withdraw from that. But go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You just turned me on another point. You said McDonald's. I actually got my first job was McDonald's. When I came fresh out the street, I'm gonna put it out and be real and raw, because that's why people like it. I had an 8-ball of cocaine. My daughter was about to be born. I got locked up on a misdemeanor. That was the night I decided, like, you know what, I ain't gonna do this no more. I'm done. That's it. I took the 8-ball of cocaine, I flushed it down the toilet stool, and I said, you know what, I'm done. I'm not going back, because it's either I'm gonna be a kingpin or I'm gonna work a job. I chose work a job. I don't want to be no kingpin. So that's what it was. I went to McDonald's, and I got the gift of gab, as some of y'all might be able to notice. I got the gift of gab. I swear to God, I used to have customers in my line on the front, and we'll have a short conversation in between them ordering their food. I swear to God, I cannot make this up. I make them laugh sometimes. They'll start laughing and this, and this. We would have a crowded store sometimes, and I would notice that those same customers would come in the next day and get in my line just for that short amount of conversation. And it blew my head up. I'm like, I noticed that. I'm like, wait, It's a short line right there, but you're going to get behind 8 people just so you could talk to me? And it wasn't because I was handsome, because I looked real jacked up at work. I had on a hairnet, my face was all bumpy, and all types of stuff. So I'm like, it's not my appearance, and I smell like French fries. So it ain't my appearance. What is it? It's my conversation. And I swear to God, people was actually calling in to corporate about me. The dude who owned the McDonald's, his name was Rufus Porter. He used to always wear Ben's jacket. And he brought it to my attention, like, man, I've been hearing a lot of good things about you. I ain't know nobody was talking about. I'm like, what you talking about? Good things about me? Like, you trying to hit on me or something, Rufus? I ain't with that. He like, no, man. Look, basically, I heard some good things about you. Basically, the customer's been calling in the corporate, man, and corporate sent you this pen. After that, I knew I had the gift of good customer service. And I didn't learn to use that for myself until years later.
And I know that you, man, you didn't tell me that off air. that's a wonderful, that's a beautiful thing right there. People, and I think people kind of underestimate, their job experience. Just because it's something that they might not that they might not like. I would say majority of the people, in today's society, they do not, like their job, which is why a lot of people go into their own business, which is why I wanted to go in to working for myself. But at the same time, I'm grateful for the experience that I've accumulated from all the jobs that I worked, that I can apply it to my life. I used to work at a collection agency, and I utilized the skip tracing ability that we were trained on, to find the different opportunities because you, as a collector, you have to skip trace and Google and search people online, and I utilize that tool to the business. So I just appreciate you, sharing your, story of your experience, and I know a little bit about, ever since we've been chopping it up, I know a little, your experience that you share with me. So I appreciate you for calling in. But once again, guys, we got tuned on the radio, Deal Soup Radio, home of DealSoup.com. Just, a true entrepreneur at heart, sharing his story to hopefully inspire you guys to move forward. All right, let's talk about some things. We got about 12 minutes, man. First of all, let me ask you this: would you mind doing another show? Because I'm really liking the way this is going. Or would you do another show with us?
We could do one every day, man. I don't care, man. I do a show, cook dinner, watch the kids, babysit, do hair, like at the same time. I love doing it. Let's do it all the time. Let's do it.
All right, well, let's pick another topic. We got 11 minutes now. Let's pick a topic. Secure your kids' future or change your environment. You pick. I'll let you choose.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go with changing your environment, Alex, for 200. Yes, changing your environment.
All right, why is that important? And how is that
basically. What surrounds you molds you, is my saying. What surrounds you molds you. If you take Tarzan out the jungle and you sit him, put a business suit on him, and throw him downtown. Now, don't get me wrong, it's going to be a whole new world to him. He's going to be like, guy, what that? No lion. He's not going to know what's going on. But over time, you know what I'm saying, he gonna start to kind of get it. Like, next thing you know, a year later, you're going to hear him like, Starbucks, coffee good, I like, pretty lady, dress. Next, he going to start to get it. 5 years later, Tarzan going to be running PowerPoints for the Dow Jones like, look, I came from. And that's going to be his story, though. That's going to be his story. That's what your environment will change your story. Change your story. Okay, to put it like this, he going to be running the PowerPoint at the Dow Jones, and he going to be telling that story like, you saying that you can't be a millionaire like me? I'm Tarzan from the jungle. I dumped Jane. I got a hotter wife. I ain't like Jane no more. She wouldn't give me, okay, I can't say what I want to say, but I dumped Jane. Basically, I came from the jungle. I didn't know here. I was dropped off with nothing but a business suit, and look at me today. I run a company that's worth $3 billion on the stock market. Like, that is the thing. Change your environment. Change the people that you surround yourself by, and you will not even notice it. You will start to change yourself. And that's a lot of things that happen to me. That's it, man. I love it, man. I love it.
So what is the most you've been through a lot, just like everyone else is, but I know you have a very unique background. What is the lesson that you got out of all of your years of living? What is the lesson that you that you have learned and that you apply to your life the most, you think you would say?
That the majority of the things that I hear, they don't mean the same thing to me. Like, find the real meaning of the things that you hear. Like, if you say somebody's scary to me because they don't want to fight somebody, I'm like, that don't make them scary. That just means that that's not their activity that they like to take part in. But my idea of scary is somebody who's scared to step outside the box or not follow what everybody else is doing. See, it's easy to walk around and be somebody else. Like, that's easy. It's hard to be yourself. Why you don't want to be yourself? Because you're scared. That's a scary person. Find the true meanings of things you told.
Do you think that people choose to want to be someone else because they're just scared, or because they see something that they don't see in themselves?
No, I like most people, yes and no to both. Yes, like, but at the same time, when a person just kind of feels self-conscious about themselves, they like, okay, now I ain't gonna do that. I'm just gonna do this. I don't want to do this. And then when somebody tell them that, they kind of stray back toward the pack. Like, you gotta be able to walk away from the pack and say, man, I'm my own person. I'm my own individual. Like, don't be scared to press play to something that you don't know about and learn about it. Don't be scared to be around a person. Like, how are you scared? How are you not scared when if I pull up on you in a Bentley and I'm talking that money and you notice everybody else walking away, you got to make a decision. Are you going to stay there and listen to me talk about how I got that Bentley, or are you going to walk away with everybody else? I'm the person. I'm going to stay there. I'm going to try to get a ride with him and keep on picking his brain. I know you got a Bentley and you got some money, but can I buy you some McDonald's? That's all I can afford, but I want to pick your brain. I'm going to be that person. And when I come back, they're going to be like, you a groupie. You was just all the dude face because he got a Bentley. I'm like, look, in 6 years when you see me in my Bentley, don't try to get a ride. You better have a whole bunch of taxi numbers because you're going to need them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's just me. Right. That's outside the box.
Right, yeah, that's true. We got about 7 minutes left. Now, let's talk about, I want to try to get people to go to YBETV. And for all the listeners, listen, make sure you go into the group and interact if you're not already in the group. Tune, I'm going to tell you this, man. I know you want to supervise YBETV, but you got to take that supervision off, man.
No, bro, I can't, bro. I can't. Like, sometimes we got to save ourselves from ourselves. I can't let my group become what I see a lot of other groups do. And I stop a lot of stuff. YBETV, I want to let y'all know, I stop y'all from seeing twerking videos and all types. I've seen women sticking their tongue out. Yeah. And you be like, swear to God, you really read the bio and see this about networking and all these things, and you going to actually... Like, people would try to put fight videos in it, and if I let that filter go, and it becomes over flooded, next thing you know, the dam becomes over flooded, and the walls break down, and you got another stupid group. And I would not let my vision be polluted like that.
Yeah, you make a good point. So what is the thing, the ultimate thing that you want people to get out of this Facebook group? We got 5 minutes.
It's power. Okay, it's power in numbers, and I want to go into something real quick. I'm going to try to take 30 seconds. It's power in numbers. And basically, for every culture, we want our reparations, and we want it. We don't need it in the form of money. We need it in the form of information, y'all, and that ain't too much to ask. And what only thing I want to do is I got a vision, and my vision is something so small, like instead of in black schools them saying the Pledge of Allegiance, I want them to say a I understand speech. Instead of putting your hand over your heart and saying that, I want you to say a I understand speech to all your kids. All the kids should be saying it, and I'm going to give you a few of it, then we're going to move on. You put your hand over your heart, you stand up, and you say, I understand there are 3 credit bureaus that are Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. I understand that when I go to college, I need to find a job that's in demand. I understand that I can make millions as a doctor with a private practice. I understand lawyers drive Ferraris. I understand, respect myself. I understand that I can invent things and make millions in the future. And I can add some more to that. That's my short, I understand speech. And that would change a lot. That would help to break the chains. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying?
Sweet. Sweet. All right. Once again, man, we're getting ready to wrap it up. We got about 4 minutes. We got Toon with an incredible interview today. Talk about some things that people can really be inspired by. Soop Radio, home of DillSoop.com. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you go on Facebook, man, and request to join this group. And if you're already in this group, participate in it and invite other people. All right, and also on tune in tomorrow here back on Soop Radio. We have a online business owner speaking with an online business owner for a beauty supply store. So, and it's really unique. So make sure you guys check this out. Before we get up out of here, you tuned for the day. Anything you want to say before we end the show?
I can't get everybody, but I want to shout out 4 people. My man, Thomas, El Guapo, Cole, Carlise Brimage, Picasso Styles, Hubert Jones. I love y'all, bro. Thanks for y'all support. Much love, man. And I'm going to try to name people more and more as interviews go on, man. Thank y'all so much for believing in something that's bigger than all of us. YBE.
Right. All right. Thanks, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
All right, once again, guys, that was Toon. Great interview, man. That was that has to be one of my favorite interviews. Really, I just wanted to piggyback what we were talking about really, taking advantage of your job experience and your background. Really taking advantage of that. Be appreciative. Be very appreciative for what you go through, because like I say this all the time, time and time, I say that failure is an option, and also a failure is an option because you have to make it. You have to go through your mistakes, and you have to be willing to take chances. That's just the way life goes. So continue to stay consistent, continue to take chances. And you are bound to be a winner. You are a winner. You're already a winner. You just have to really take advantage of that and believe in that. And everything will fall into place, I guarantee you. I encourage everyone to go to DillSoop.com. Follow us on Twitter at DillSoop, DEALSOOP. If you guys are interested, if there's any business owners out there who are looking to get some press for their company, who want to be on the show, please, reach out to us through our website. Let us know. We're doing free press because it's important to support small businesses and entrepreneurs. And we really just like to shed light on people. So continue to do that. I love you guys, man. Thank you for listening to the show. Tune in tomorrow at 1:30. Let us know what you think. Follow us on Twitter. Tell us how the show was. Tell us how we did. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Don't forget, if you do not believe you can fly, then you won't. If you do not believe that you can fly, then you won't. If you do not believe that you can fly, then you won't. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. And follow what you want to do. All right? Follow what you need to do. Just follow your path. Thank you, and we are signing out. I'm Jeremiah, your host for today. And we'll see you guys on the next show. Thanks.